So let's take a look at what's going on for you, Capricorn. Looks like doing a little research, collecting a little information. It looks like you do have some decisions to be made here. So collect all the information that you possibly can. What would better you. Look a little past the immediate future and see if it would sustain you. This choice will sustain you in the future. So, but it looks like collecting information. You have figured out some things, but this also could be education. Some of you may be either going back to school, thinking about going to school, or collecting information of some kind, some higher information. So that is it, what's going on presently. The Queen of Swords here crosses you. Now the swords are an air sign, that is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This does look like a woman of wisdom. This can be someone that is helping guide you to make these decisions or helping you find the research or the information that you want. It also looks like this person can be a little bit draws on your energy a little bit, but has a really good heart and is more than willing to help out in the situation. So don't be afraid to ask for help, Capricorn, and don't be afraid to speak your truth also to this Queen of Swords if that is what's going on for you. So also this is a general reading, so some of the information will pertain to you and some will not. With the general information, usually I am able to pick out information for that sign, and most of it pertains, or a small portion will pertain to you. So if it doesn't vibrate with you and it doesn't ring true to you, leave the information. That is not for you, I guess. So Queen of Swords crosses, and then we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is also, there's many things with the Two of Wands. It could be finding balance. Twos definitely represent balance, trying to find balance, trying to find a compromise between something. It also can mean travel. The water is lighting up here, so I'm feeling it's more like travel or compromise to travel, saving some money, things like that. But looking into the future, it looks like you're looking into the future and you're seeing what would really heal you. What are the things that you've always wanted to do, dear Capricorn? It can mean coming back from a trip, but it does look like there's a trip in the future, or that you've created one recently, and you're also looking at things that make you smile. Kind of opening up your awareness to other possibilities for your life, other things to do, and seeing how that looks for you. It also looks like finding a little more balance in your life, looking towards the future. This is lighting up for me. It's like the keys to information. Does someone hold the keys to some information for you that is in a distant area? Capricorn, don't be afraid to ask. Also, you've got the Queen of Swords here, so that might be the person to ask, but it looks like really finding your balance, opening up your world a little bit to more choices, other possibilities, maybe things that are in the distance, but it's really looking at things in a broader scope than just the day-to-day. So could mean travel, could mean just expanding your awareness and doing other things. So open your mind to new possibilities, Capricorn, and I'm sure you will create them. You guys manifest a lot of stuff on that physical level. So what is in the past? It looks like something was really holding you back, and this looks is very torturous looking. It is also an 8, so you have an 8. It looks like another 8 next to an 8. There's an 8 here, so you are powering through some things in your life that have been on the back burner a while, and now it looks like you're checking things off, and you're almost to the point of being able to control some of these things, or controlling the roar, if you will. But you're moving towards making resolutions, making agreements, compromises in here a lot, but it looks like you really felt like you were completely stymied. You were completely held captive. And it looks like a lot of it had to do with thinking. So a lot was on your mind and it almost just paralyzed you. But this is in the past position. So whatever that challenge was, that situation, you have either met or mastered it, or looked at it and started moving the energy, but it no longer looks like you are stuck there. Strength is the next card. That's what's happening right now, is the strength card. So you've gathered your strength. You've taken a step into your own strength and your own knowledge and your own awareness, and you're trusting the God of your heart. You're trusting yourself a little bit more than maybe other people's opinion of you. So that's a really wonderful place, Capricorn, to move out of that worrying about what people think into just really embracing your own strength, knowing that you have the capabilities. And it looks like you're addressing some karma. So you most likely have changed some habits that were either not beneficial for you or others, or something that was holding you back. So it looks like you really changed a lot of your focus for yourself this month. Did the work in October. Really proud of you. There was a lot of work to be done last October for all the signs. So I commend you, Capricorn, for jumping in there, pulling up your strength and getting down to work, finishing those projects, making decisions. Could include alleviating yourself of friendships that were not working, or just even speaking your truth to the people in your heart to work on a compromise or to work on healing of some kind. So that's a wonderful card to be happening in the now. And what is coming up is the 3. That is the celebration. It's the 3 of Cups. Cups are emotions. And the 3 is moving the energy, rejoicing, really connecting with some friends. And these could be people from the past that you haven't seen for a while, or relationships that you have neglected, or someone that has neglected your relationship. But it looks like things are getting back on track. You're communicating more. You're connecting with people of the heart. And not being such a loner. I know it's an interesting time not to be a loner for a Capricorn, since winter is coming up, at least in the Western Hemisphere, is coming up. So it's more like celebration. Get out there and enjoy yourself. You know, if put on that Halloween costume and go trick-or-treating. Who cares if you're over 30? Who cares? Trick or drink then. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but it looks like a celebration is on the rise, a gathering of some kind, and a really joyous time is coming up. So a lot of the have-tos, a lot of the business things, a lot of the things that needed your attention over the last months have either been dealt with or are at a place where you can leave them for a while and really go celebrate yourself, your life, your family, your children, and your friends. So now it's time for a little celebration, a little carefree time, not so much work, Capricorn. It's time to revel in the bliss a little bit. And the next card is the Star card. Now the Star card can represent, I believe it's Aquarius. Let me look this up. Yes, sorry. The Star card represents either Aquarius, but it also can represent the over-gifting that we do. When we give it all away to everyone else, we don't have any more energy for ourselves. But I'm feeling that an Aquarius is drawing some energy from you. I feel this more on the Aquarian side than on the you gifting side. It really feels like someone is kind of chipping away at your energy. And it's not leaving much time for you to do your creations, your manifestations, your things in life. So if this pertains to you, I encourage you to give back to yourself a little bit more. And also in general, the Star card really means giving it all away. And you can see she's a very nurturing, very motherly feeling card. And she's just pouring out all her energy on the ground, to other people, to other entities, to other projects. So I encourage you, Capricorn, to draw in some of that energy that's going out and give it to you, give it to your projects, give it to your blissfulness. Start celebrating you. Start celebrating some things in your life, and not the constant giving away. That looks like why you've been pretty tired September, October, is that you've been really dealing with other people's stuff, other people's urgencies. And it doesn't mean it's jive. It just means that other people's things have come in front of your own wants, needs, desires. So refocus some of that energy on you and gift yourself and your passions and your hobbies. Does look like some choices are coming up. Yet again, another 8. So you're almost at the end of some situations. And I want to say it's more than one situation, because there are many 8s here and they do stand for other situations as well. So that looks like really making a decision, taking everything into account, letting go of the things that don't work. Could be a relationship space. It is right next to the friends and joy space. So you may have to let go of some of the things the urgency things, in order to make room for some joy and some bliss. But some more decisions are coming up. It looks like you're carefully looking at them. I'm feeling that some of you are looking at the continuation of a relationship, whether it should continue, whether it should be dissolved, or whether it is worth salvaging. So that looks like one of the choices for many of you Caps, or just making a change in your relationship to where you can rekindle the bliss, rekindle the fire. And it looks like some things that have worked for you in the past, in general in life, don't work for you now. So you're really letting go of the behaviors, the habits, and sometimes the people that are not moving you forward in life, not promoting your growth and not promoting your joy. So those are the things you're looking at, and that decision is right there. If you haven't already made it, Capricorn, it's right there. The world is right above that. So as soon as you release some of the energies that have not served you in quite a while, that have taken up your time, your energy, then the world is in front of you. And basically, the world is a wonderful card. It means whatever you put your energy into, it will give back tenfold. Is basically what it means. So if you pick a higher energy thing to do, you will be rewarded by the higher efforts. If it is a lowly thing that is self-destructive or destructive to others, it will also be amplified. So choose wisely. But it looks like you are on a really good path of releasing some energy, opening up some room in your head, opening up some room in your heart and in your life to really address the things that give you joy and pleasure. And it looks like you've got a number of them that have been sitting on the back burner. So the world is a great card. Puts a little effort into the joyful things, it will give back to you tenfold. But the world is above you, so whatever you choose, it's kind of like the world is your oyster. So the death card is above that. There are no direct people next to it, which usually indicates the death of a person. I do not see that here in general. That does not mean that some of you have a sick person in your life that will be transitioning. But for the most part, this really feels like the change, the ending of a situation, a relationship, a behavior, an addiction, a habit, something that wasn't serving you. So you're really ready to jump in and start things anew. And the death card means the ending. It means the absolute ending. So it's something that will not surprise you. It is something that has been in your mind and in your awareness for a while, but it is the finalization. For those of you that are separating from your life partners, That's most likely what this represents, or friendships that you've gotten rid of. So this card is kind of like propelling you towards the end of a situation, a habit, a job, a relationship. So, and it's nothing that you will be surprised about. And it looks like it's a really good decision that it ended. It's not something that's serving you. The Ace of Pentacles, that's what I call the God cards. The aces are the God cards. So it's going to bring more motion. It's a new beginning for you, and it's opening doors. It's really opening doors for all sorts of other possibilities, even though there is always a bit of grief with the ending of something, or the death of a person, or the death of a relationship, job, whatever. It does not look like you will sit and you will stew in the grief for too long. The Hangman here is on the other side. This is a great card also. You've got some really high-powered cards here. The Hangman is looking at the world completely differently. It's the same situation, the same house, the same relationship, but it's like looking at it completely differently, or looking at your life completely differently. You may have had an epiphany over the last month. I know you've been doing some hard work on some things. You may have just had a huge epiphany and now look at life a little bit differently. The best analogy that I can use is if you're playing checkers and you are the black man, and all of a sudden your partner turns that checkerboard around, and all of a sudden you're the red man. It's the same game you're playing, but it looks completely different. It's the same analogy with the Hangman. It's the same life that you have been gifted, but you are looking at it differently. And that may mean embracing some gratitude, speaking your truth. You have changed some big behavior that you've been working on for a long time, and it's to your benefit, and it will bring new beginnings, new joys, and higher exalted things for you. You'll be able to kind of look at that bucket list, and it may be a little bit more attainable with some of the negative energy or the negative behaviors or addictions, whatever it is, whatever that is, out of your space. You will be open and free to start anew and really get on the path of your God source path, the higher path of things, not just the survival things, but really the creation place and the manifestation phase. So unfortunately, we do have to release the old energy to make space for the new. So that's what the transition is happening. Even though it looks kind of hinky right now, it is a better place for you than even last month. You've done a lot of work, Capricorn. And let's get a little clarity on these cards. I'm using the past life cards again. I really liked them last month. Wisdom, all right. Pretty much says it all. And transformation. So definitely, this, I feel, is you completely embraced a transformation, doing something new, a new mindset, one of gratitude, one of patience, one of speaking your truth with love and kindness, and really taking in all the wisdom of the past, all the information that you need, really collecting the information instead of making kind of knee-jerk decisions or reactions, but really kind of checking out the situation and seeing what it is before you make any big decisions. But it looks like the transformation has already happened.